All right, folks, how the heck are you? I am Fastidious, and I'm about to do my most summons ever. We have the exclusive Lucky Pick live in-game right now. This is running till the end of the day tomorrow, and I am going to pick a certain hero, and the more copies I pull of this guy, the more soul stones I get to save. I've been hoarding my soul stones for, I think, over a year now. Maybe I used 2 on Wukong nearly a year ago. But basically, I've been completely hoarding my soul stones. I'm up to 7 unpolished soul stones, and I have not invested in my KIGIRI at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick KIGIRI, and basically he's going to end up A5 by the end of this, right? But it's like every extra I pull saves me a soul stone. So I have my KIGIRI. I have 1 extra copy from the last limited Lucky Pick they ran, where I picked KIGIRI, and then I've got 7 unpolished soul stones. So I could A5 him, right? We could do that copy and then 4, but every extra copy I get frees up a soul stone. So this could go really well or really poorly. When they ran the original exclusive Lucky Pick over the summer around the anniversary, and I picked KIGIRI, I think I pulled like 1,200 summons, and I only got the guaranteed copy at 200. And it was a rough day for the account. I'm hoping my luck changes here today. You can see I have my largest supply of summons of all time, 378 rare summoning crystals and almost 300,000 diamonds. I am fully prepared and 100% committing, regardless of what happens, that I will pull at least 2,000 summons right now. We'll do a little pity manipulation with the Adrian Ireless banner, but I'm gonna pull at least 2,000 summons, and if it's going poorly, it might be more than that, but as a minimum, I'm guaranteeing you we'll do at least 2,000. So right now I'm at 34,990 pulls. That's about to change. So if you're watching live on Twitch, please wish me luck. If you are watching in the future on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in. This should be pretty fun. We got 145 live viewers right now. I'm probably not gonna over edit this video because I want people to sit in how many pulls this is. And I think it's just gonna be a more realistic kind of video. Let's do it. And a big thank you to you guys. Obviously, I get all of my diamonds from the content creator program, and I get a lot because I get views, and I get views because of you guys. So thank you so much. This has been a crazy year. We hit 50,000 subs. You can't make this up. On Christmas Day, I woke up Christmas morning with an alert from YouTube saying we passed 50,000 subscribers. So cool. And here we are. Like 2 days later, we're already at 50,100. So the climb continues to 100,000. Let's go. All right, we're selecting KIGIRI.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Let's do it. Do I have any pity? Actually, looks like I do have a little bit. Okay, that's worth checking. So we're at 28. So I'll take this to probably like 140. I'll run it a little conservative. Take this to like 140. That'll bring us to 168, and then we'll switch banners. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. All right. Settling in now. Now it's happening, folks. This is it. This is it. So what I say, we started at 34,990. So we'll go to at least 37,000, right? That's 34,990. So it'd be 36,990. Let's go to an even 37,000 at least. This could go so well or so poorly, you know? I'd say if we pick up at least 1 extra copy besides the guarantee, I won't be devastated. If we only get the guarantee, I might take a break from the game with this many summons. And if that happened, I probably would keep going. So it'd probably be like 2,500 summons or something. If that happens, I'll lose my mind. I'll say if we can get at least 2 extra copies, then I'm pretty happy. If we get the guarantee and 2 extra copies, that's a little bit worse than the rates. Feels really realistic, right? We would hit 2 extra copies and 1,800 summons, which should be something like 16 legendaries, I would hope. Unless we have really bad luck, it could be a little better, it could be a little worse, but hitting 2 more when he's on a 20x basically after you get the guarantee, I don't think that's too much to ask. All right, we gotta do 70 more if we don't hit early, and then we're gonna switch. Someone in chat says, in before we finally get a KIGIRI banner after so many people picked him for the last 2 selectors. Maybe. That wouldn't change anything for me, right? Unless they were going to run a Morden banner next week. That's the only other unit I need many awakenings for. I've got my Morden at A1. Well, I've got him at A0, but I have an extra copy that I've been saving since his original banner. I want him A3. But aside from that, I'm pretty good on these limited awakenings. So if they ran that Kigiri banner, I would just probably take the banner off, right? Simple as that. But I'd like to just pull it from scratch and not have to worry about any soul stones or anything like that. All right, so we're at 120. I had 28 going in. So now we're at 130. We're at 158. We'll do one more. This brings us to 168. So no luck to start us off early, but that's not the end of the world. We're going to do 110 pull here. Oh, there we go. We hit. Perfect. So I really want at least one copy of Adrian. That's our side quest. So I'm pretty all in for that too. I mean, that I might regret saying that those words, but I really want the one copy of Adrian. There is a Celine dupe. That's the first Celine I've ever pulled on my account. That does bring this up to a 200x now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this banner. Let's count. We hit Celine at 9. So we've done one summon. So basically it's like we hit at 139. If we take this to 199, I'll be at 60 towards my next legendary. We'll stop at 199, go back here, and then when I hit here, I'll have an 85% chance on this second hit that it's one of these two. And I wouldn't be upset with Ireless either, but I'd love to just get the new Adrian. So let's do 5 10 pulls, 9 singles, and then switch. And I hit very, very early, back to back. Let's see. At this point, we don't care if it's Kigiri, because we're not wasting any pity that we've built, just the one single pull after that Celine. So I do hope this is Kigiri, and it is Kigiri. We got an early hit there. That frees us up. That saves us like 50 summons. And now, what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat very quickly while we watch the cinematic. Should we quickly go to the Adrian Ireless banner and pull to see who we hit on the 50-50, assuming we're going to hit a banner unit with the 200x? Or should we just clamp down and stay here and do that at the end? I think probably we should just go to the side. Go for the 50-50? Yeah, let's just get that over with. I'm feeling like we might get lucky and get an Adrian. But there is my first Kigiri. The guarantee is fulfilled. So for people who wonder, if you hit early, do you then get him again at 200? No. With any limited unit, you're guaranteed within 200. So look, the tally's gone now. Basically, the way it works is it's saying you're going to get it by 200. So if you haven't gotten it through your first 199 summons, the 200 is the number because you can't go higher than that. But because I hit at 150 or whatever, 148, we're good, right? Like it happened. We got it within 200. Guarantee fulfilled. Okay, we're going to take a break here. We're going to quickly, I'm going to go really fast because I don't want this video to be that long. We're going to rip. We missed, right? When we pulled that Celine, we didn't get a banner unit on this 20x. So that's how the progressive works. For the first banner unit you pull, every time you miss, the chance to pull a banner unit increases by 10x. So right now, I wish they would update this in game, but right now we're on a 200x for Adrian and Ireless. So we have about a 42.5% chance to get Adrian, 42.5% chance to get Ireless. And yeah, as soon as we hit here on the 50-50 and see, granted, there is a chance, right? There's a 15% chance we just miss again. And then this goes up to a 2000x, and then there's only a 4 in 1,000 chance we don't hit on that third legendary. But even if we get Ireless, we'll go back to Kigiri after this. Not even counting. Pretty cool thing, we haven't touched the diamonds yet. That's nice. I had a good stockpile of rare summons. I haven't been summoning much lately. They've been giving us a lot of summons in these events. Thinking we're gonna hit soonish, maybe in like the next 50. That feels right. Mamma mia, come on now. Come on now. Also, if anyone wants to help me track what we're pulling that's watching live in the chat, let me know. All right, there we go. So 85% chance it's one of the two. And if we hit that, then it's a coin flip if it's going to be Adrian or Ireless. Come on, Adrian. Come on, baby. Let's see it. Let's go. Let's go. All right, this is a good start to the day. Let's go. So let's do a little check-in. We got him on the last one too, right? Yeah, so we're fresh on pity. We started at 34,990. Now we're at 36,000. So, wait. Wait, what? Oh no, that's the next reward. We're at 35,320. Why'd they write it like that? Don't they usually put it to the side for you? We're at 35,320. We start at 34,990. So we've done 330 pulls. 330 pulls. All right, let's go. Locking in, folks. We are locking in. We still have like 1,700 pulls to go. Let's see it at a minimum. At a minimum. We're going to go pretty fast. So far, we got Celine, KIGIRI, and Adrian. And now we are. This is going to be home for the next little while, this KIGIRI banner. We really don't want to go to too many full pities in a row either. So if that starts happening a lot. All right, finally, we're on to the diamonds. If that starts happening a lot, I'll probably do some resetting of the game and blah, blah, blah. Looks like we might be going to a full pity right here. What did I say? We were at 35,320. So I guess pity would be kicking in at 35,500, right? That'd be 180. 35.5. 100 away. Come on, baby. Let's see it. Let's see it. They have these little lags. When you go to click, when you go to press OK, when you go to click there, when you go to click skip, it gets so old, man. When you're trying to go fast because you have a lot to do. There we go. All right. That was probably just before pity. We can check after this. Can we go back to back and already have our KIGIRI up to A3? Second KIGIRI of the day? Come on, please. Similar color scheme, but not even close. Also, guys, if we could pull a Fenris or an Araka, those are the only two normal heroes I don't have. So yeah, we pulled 30 early. So that was about 150 summons, 140, 150 summons. The next one should be happening at about 650. We're starting at 470 here. Keep that in mind. Oh boy. Oh boy. We need a sip of water. Crazy how quickly the diamonds start disappearing because you're pulling nearly 1,000 every 10 pull. It feels like so much, and it is so much, but very quickly you're like, it just goes down and down. We pulled for someone once who had like 400,000 diamonds, and you could just see, I think it was Waxpaw, you could just see the diamond number just falling and falling and falling. Gluttony. We are going to come out of this with a pretty good rebate, right? Hopefully we're going to pull a lot of rares. Each one of these rares is going to be 30 diamonds back. Baby. What did I say? It was going to be about 650. All right, so we're like 50 away from pity. So we haven't gone to full pity yet, but we've gotten close every time. Well, except for coming out of that Celine into the KIGIRI, obviously it was a very early hit. But all the other ones were like, you know, at the 150-ish area. Yeah, looks like we're headed right there. All right, so probably, if not this next pull, probably 2 pulls from now we're gonna hit. I know, it is this pull. All right, come on, KIGIRI, baby. This is just a normal 20x banner, right? The guarantees are all gone, everything. So every time we have just worse than a 1 in 5 chance. There is Callista. So we've pulled 2 former event unit heroes, right? Like event units. We pulled Callista and we've pulled Celine. Callista was a special shard summoning event where you got like fragments infused her, and Celine actually was the same. I think. No, Celine was that. Callista was like page rewards over the Christmas stuff. Dang. All right, we really gotta settle in here. So where are we at? Yeah, that was the 650. So now it's gonna be 830, right? 830. Yeah, like the way we have the unpolished soul stone and the heart skin in our page rewards for Christmas, that was Callista last year. Okay, there's a nice early hit. Our first, besides that switch from Celine, our first really good early hit of the day. Come on, baby. Please. Let's go. That is huge. Already, this is 100 times better than over the anniversary. Remember, I did like 1,200 summons, 1,000 summons after the guarantee. I had to go to 200 for that one, and we didn't get him again. So now we've already got him again. So that is huge. I came into this with a Kigiri and an extra copy. So basically A1. We've pulled 2 now. So we're up to A3 already. So worst case, 2 soul stones. At this point, I really want at least 1 more. We got a lot of time here. That's Kigiri number 4 on the account, the second one of the day. That is a major, major pull. You guys got to help me count there. Looks like Viceroy says we got our Kigiri, not our second Kigiri. So we got our 2 Kigiris, 3 non-banner heroes, and 1 Adrian. That's what we're looking at right now. Damn. All right. So what are we at? That was huge. That changes everything for us. We've got about 1,300 to 1,400 more summons to do. Next pity is going to be at 850. We should be good to hit like 10 more, which would put us right on track at a 1 in 5, right? Should be good to hit about 10 more. We don't need to early hit all the time. We just can't have, and that's what happened over the summer. I think I pulled like 1,200 and it was like 7 legendaries, including the guarantee or something, or 8 including the guarantee. It was 7 outside of the guarantee. So basically you're just looking at close to full pity every single time. We just need these occasional early hits to break it up. And then that kind of sets us on track to be bringing in some gold at a good rate. Still looking really healthy on the diamonds. And yeah, basically what I'm doing now is I'm spending these diamonds, and in my head, just to talk you through kind of my strategy here, I'm buying unpolished soul stones with my diamonds, right? Because I could already A5 him. We have 4 copies of him. That's A3. I've got 7 unpolished soul stones, so we could use 2 of those, still have 5 unpolished soul stones, and we have A5 Kiri. But, oh, there we go. Come on. But my whole thinking is I'm willing to spend these diamonds because every extra Kigiri copy I have is a freed up unpolished soul stone. So I feel like I'm kind of like converting my diamonds to that. Valeria, she's about to get a buff. That might be A5 for me, or maybe I already had her A5. I actually want to very, 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 very quickly check. Sorry to bother you guys with this. I just know she's getting a buff, so I'm curious. That's A3. Wow, I was way off. Way, way, way off. Not bad. All right, so that's at 35,750. So we hit 100 early. That was 100 pulls. So the next one, or maybe just over 100. The next one is going to be at 930, right? 930. Don't mind that. So here we've pulled Callista, Kigiri, Magnus, Kigiri, and Valeria, right? The 2 Kigiris and 3 non-Kigiris. Does that sound right, guys? Someone in chat is asking, how do I know that I hit gold as soon as I see the temple? I have a whole video explaining it. I don't like to talk about it in like normal summoning videos or streams because it spoils it for you. Once you see it, you're not going to unsee it. And some people don't like it when it gets spoiled. If you want, just search how to tell the rarity Fastidious. Search that into YouTube. It'll be the first hit. It has like a spoiler alert warning on the thumbnail. Or I could link it in the description of this video. But every single one of my pulls streams, my pulls parties, every single one of them has the method to know if it's legendary for normal summons and ancient summons. That's permanently in the description of every one of those streams. People are asking about Cadgrim. Cadgrim's phenomenal. I think he's going to really shake up GVG because he's a little bit unkillable. And he has some pretty nice support mechanics as well. In certain content, he will instantly become the top tank in the game. He's pretty wild. I'm going to put out at least one video I have planned, maybe another this coming week leading up to his banner. But his banner doesn't start till, I believe it's Friday, so no huge rush. Do a little check. All right, we should hit in 60 will be full pity. He also looks so cool. I think they might have watched some of my old streams where I was saying we need an Arbiter Dwarf. I did say I wanted him. Basically, that's how I described him looking, but I wanted him on like a cool donkey that he rides. But maybe that would mess up the whole tactician thing they have going now, but I think this is going to be it. No, 2 more. All right, so there's a full pity. Second one. But hey, 2 full pities, not that bad. We had 2 earlies, 2 full pities, and then everyone else was like a fairly deep. There's a Numera. That's A4 Numera. I still have to awaken my Numera. I have her A1, but that's my 3rd extra copy, so we can A4 her now. Not the worst pull in the world. So 930, we're going to be at 110 is going to be our next full pity if we go to it. If we go to 2 full pities back to back, I probably will restart the game just out of frustration. But yeah, already we've pulled the 2 Kigiris, and then we've pulled, on this banner, we pulled the 2 Kigiris and then 4 non-Kigiris. So that's 6 units on this banner. And then on the other banner, we pulled 1 Adrian and 1 Celine. So we've already pulled 8 units. And we started at basically 35K, right? So we pulled 8 units in just under 1,000 summons. I mean, that's pretty fine. It's not like special rates, but it's not bad rates. I went into this hoping to hit like 17 legendaries. Feels like a good number in 2,000 summons. Not like a greedy number, but not a unlucky number. One more and we'll have done exactly 1,000. All right, so now we're at 35,990. We started at 34,990. So our first 1,000 done. We've pulled 8 legendaries, 2 Kigiris, and an Adrian. Not bad. I would have signed up for that if you told it to me. If we could run that back again, just get 2 more Kigiris in the next 1,000. And remember, we used like 160 summons on the Adrian banner. So we're going to be doing more. This set of 1,000, we're doing more summons on the Kigiri banner. Let's do a little check-in on my arrival of heroes. There was a big Kraken in my group who has like 13 million BP. And we're coming for him, though. We still have 1,000 to go. We're right on his tail. 13.3 million. He's at 55. Yeah, we're coming for this guy. How's the ultimate leaderboard looking? Do I have any shot? No shot. Yeah, we couldn't get over 100K. That's crazy. People going wild out here. Okay, back into it. To be fair, the way you get a ton of points for the ultimate leaderboard is with the ancients and stuff, and I pulled very few ancients in the end. Got pretty lucky. So 110. Looks like we might be going to another full pity, guys. 50 away. Dang, this is rough. Well, if it's Kigiri, it's worth it. You guys seeing this lag every time? Look at this. Look at the cards. See that? It's like, what is that? Mamma mia. I think this is the next one or the one after. All right, that's it. That's another full pity. So our 3rd full pity, 2nd in a row. If this is Kigiri, I won't restart. If it isn't, I will restart. Come on, we're due now. We're due. Wow, that's disgusting. I can't even look at that. That's disgusting. We're cooling off here. Cooling off in a big way. That is rough. So where are we at? We've pulled, can I just check it here? I think this should be everyone, right? 2 Kigiris, a Celine, an Adrian, and then we have these 5. So we pulled 7 units now. I think this is what we've got. Let's do a peek. So we're at 110. So the next one's going to be at 290. There we go. Third early hit. So we got 3 full pitties, 3 early hits. That kind of evens out, right? And then that averages out to something pretty reasonable. You know, like 1 every 110 or 20. A new Fenris! Let's go! Oh, my nascent is a guaranteed Araka right now. Wow, if people have talked about there's rumors of a nascent for the new year, I'll probably do it because then I've finished my normal Pokédex. Fenris, baby. Don't think I'll ever use him unless they buff him, but he looks cool, and that is incredible for the Pokédex. Let's go. Not a Kigiri, though. Now it's getting kind of rough, right? Let's take a little peek here. So we got 2 Kigiris. Ignore the Celine and the Adrian, right? Because they were from the other banner. But then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 2 for 8, which is still better, right? 2 for 10 is what you'd expect. But because we had a strong start, we wanted to stay ahead of the curve, and now we're really falling back. We're really, it's not looking as good. But hey, early hit, and we got a Fenris for the Pokédex. Let's go. I'm only missing a Raka. So I could do the Nascent, and it's a guaranteed Legendary Lord. Granted, not one I think I'm dying to use, but I get her. And I am a collector, so I was definitely going to skip a Nascent if it was coming. But now that it's a guaranteed Araka, unless I pull a Raka during this session, how could I not? How could I not just pick up a free Lord? And now I feel great about saving all my Legendary Lord tickets. I still have all of my tickets saved. So I could pull two Toradors. I probably wouldn't do that until I had an A3 Torador. I could guarantee A5, but I still have both of my Legendary Selector tickets. You guys would be shocked at the things I save. I needed promotion materials yesterday for Rivenhald, and I had old chests from like your Volca missions. I had old chests that give you insignias. That's how much I save. All right, let's quickly check where we were at with Fenris. The Fenris was about 70, 80 ago. Let's just call it 80 so it's easier to count. Let's call it 70 actually. The 36, 130. So the next one's going to be at 310. So we're 110 away if we go the whole way. We've got 2 Kigiris so far. People are asking in the chat. 2 Kigiris. We need 2 more. I want to hit a third one quick because it's been a big drought now. Yeah, I have natural A3 Kigiri, but keep in mind, I pulled 2 Kigiris before today. I pulled his original banner, and then the first lucky pick, I got just the guarantee. R-Type thinks there'll be a Divine Nascent for the new year. Yeah, I hear a lot of rumors going around, but I've heard just from a bunch of people Nascents. I've also heard there's a big rumor that's going to be a 1+1 next weekend, which I just feel like is such an underwhelming New Year's banner if it actually is. If that's the big normal banner, maybe it's good. It gives people a break after all these big summoning weekends, but yeah, I don't know. Was this legendary and I wasn't looking? It was, okay. Lucius, that's like A8 Lucius. We hit we hit 10 early. Actually, if that was towards the end, that probably was pity. All right, that was pity. All right, so that's a full pity. So our 4th full pity. We had 3 earlies, 4 full pities, and everything else has been normal. Well, actually, I take that back. We've had 5 full pities because the Celine with the pity manipulation was also a full pity. That's our 5th full pity. It's pretty rough. We need more earlies. 3 earlies, 5 full pities. I want that number even. Ay. Let's take a check here. We are 650 away from 2,000. 2,000 summons on the day. We're also about to head under 200,000 diamonds. Okay, that's like an early-ish. I don't know if we're gonna call that a full early. I feel like within 50, I'd call an early, but that's early-ish. That might have been 70 or something. Ryzen, all right, A1 Ryzen, we'll take it, but we are on the craziest Kigiri drought right now. We are back down to normal rates. Okay, yeah, we hit that in like 80 or 90, so I'm not gonna call that an early, but that wasn't bad. So a little check in here. Adrian and Celine, ignore the first and last. That was the other banner. But this banner, we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 non-Kigiris, 2 Kigiris. Kigiri's coming in at like exactly 20%. Not good. Not good. I don't know why we can't ever just like have a lucky banner. I don't know why we can't have that. Remember my Wukong banner? The second time they did his banner, I didn't get a single extra copy. It was over 1,000 pulls. His original banner, I didn't get any extras either. And then the third time they did his banner, I finally got an extra beyond the guarantee, but I had to pull over 1,000 times. Or maybe it was like 850 times. Why can't we just have a session where it's just like, fine. It's just good. Come on, next one, Kigiri. We're due. Like, how many in a row has it been since our last Kigiri? 6, 7? All right, that's an early. That was like 30 or 40. That's our 4th early. So 5 full pities, 4 earlies. Please, please. Man under the tree. Man under the tree. A2 Draylon. All right, I mean, I'll take that. I'll take an A2 Draylon. Do a little check-in. I am exaggerating a little bit, though. It all happens as a 50. It's a 5. It was actually 60. Like exactly 60. Well, I can't count that if it's not 50 or less. All right, so that's not that early, but it's still really good. Still really good. We got a Draylon. We are at 450, so we're looking at 630. All right, 630, and we just dip under 200,000 diamonds. I meant with these exclusive lucky pick banners. I feel I've been cursed on them. Diao Chan, to get A1 Diao Chan on her original banner, I pulled over 1,400 times. There, that's an early, baby. Oh, let's go. This is Kigiri. This is Kigiri. This is Kigiri. Come on, tree. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, we've never been this back. We are so back, baby. We are so freaking back. That is A4 Kigiri. Our 3rd today. So we've pulled, in the history of the account, we've pulled 5 Kigiris. We still have a lot more pulls before 2,000. Can we pull a natural A5 Kigiri? Can we do it? Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so the new number is 470. So we're going to take this to 650. Yeah, we hit that in 2 10 pops since Draylon. So that's great. All right, we're gonna take this to 650, and in total, we've got 520 pulls left before we hit 2,000 for the day. So we're in pretty good shape right now. Come on. Oh my God, let's go! Could this already be him? That would be insane if we do this in like 1,500 summons. Come on. Please. I'll take an A2 Narissa. Okay. Yeah, we picked up an off-banner A2 Narissa, A2 Draylon, A1 Ryzen, A4 Numero. We've got some good stuff today. We'll take that. Another early. So now we're at 5 pities, 5 earlies officially, right? Look at that. That's nice. That looks nice. Okay. The new number, 490. We're exactly 500 away. We've done exactly 1,500 summons. We're going to take this to 670. This is good. This is good. Neolust in chat says, so after you pull the guaranteed Kigiri, is the rate up for him at all? Yes, it becomes a normal 20x. You can see designated hero Kigiri 20x. It's just a normal 20x banner without any guarantees. So you have about a 1 in 5 chance every legendary to hit him. And that's why we're pulling so much, because we really want to hit him over and over and over. But right now, we've pulled him up to A4. We've pulled 3 copies today on top of the 2 copies I had. 2 copies I had heading in. I'd say already this is where I wanted to be. I thought oh! The rates are good right now. You can't say they aren't. Could this be him? Could this be him? Please. Please, please, please. Tree. Tallulah. I think that's like A3 Tallulah. I don't know. I had one stretch of a couple weeks where I just pulled Tallulah every single week. Actually, it was around like New Year's last year. 550. Yeah, we pulled Tallulah after about 60. 550, we're going to take this to 730. Someone in chat says, would I rather have Elder A5 or the New Lord A0? I feel like that's framed as like a challenging question, or maybe it's a joke, but 1,000,000% Rivenhald A0. Personally, there's like no content I would use Elder in. It doesn't exist. There's maybe a couple pieces of content you'd use Hearts over Rivenhald, just because you want a good tank and you don't need shields and you already have another inspiration unit. You know, maybe cost is a factor. There's no content I would use Elder. Elder's one little niche was Matrix. Who did I just get? I got Tallulah. His one little niche was Matrix, and Rivenhald is meta now for Matrix. Question is, if we're gonna hit 2,000 and we don't have it yet, do we keep going? What do you think, chat? If we haven't gotten the last copy by 2,000, do we keep going? I would love to have pulled him with no soul stones. It's worth the soul stone if we knew we were gonna hit in like 500 more, but if it ends up being another 1,000 hunting, then it's probably not worth it, right? Like, I would happily spend 50,000 gems hunting. I don't know if I want to spend 100,000 or 80,000, you know? I guess it'd be 88,000 would be exactly 1,000 summons. We got Atria Batman is saying he has an A5 Kigiri, A5 Wukong, and A1 Diao. Should I give Valara an A1 through a Soul Stone? I would do that for sure, yeah. Mamma mia. 730, almost there, 50 away from full pity. Granted, we have not gone to full pity in a minute, and we're even on 5 earlies, 5 full pities. Rates have been fairly good to us today. But this one definitely looks like a full pity. If it's Kigiri, though, we won't mind at all. We will not mind one little bit. Okay, that's pity. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go! Oh my god! We've done it! Oh my god, we did it! Alright, this makes up for all my other exclusive banners. It's taken 2.5 years, but we had a really, really lucky day. Well, maybe just one really, but that's big stuff. That is big freaking stuff. We pulled 4 Kigiris and under 2,000 summons. This was very, very good. Don't think we're done. I promise you guys 2,000 summons. I said that was a minimum. I said if somehow we got him early, I would still pull. I will still pull. Not on his banner, obviously. We're freaking done here, baby. But let's do a little check-in. So we got Adrian and Celine on the other banner. Then we got our 4 Kigiris. Look at that. Mamma mia. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we pulled 15 units. It has been... oh my god, maths. It's been 1,640 some. No, that's wrong. 9. Why can't I do that? It's been 1,740 summons. But really about 1,600 on this banner, and we pulled 4 Kigiris. That's pretty phenomenal. We pulled something like 160 pulls on this banner, 150 pulls. Really, really good. We're going to keep going. So we're hitting 4 out of every 15 on the other banner, right? We've hit 17 total, which is, again, was the number I was looking for. So we're ahead of that. 4 Kigiris obviously was the number I was looking for. We had the 2 natural copies coming in, so that's huge. Selena and Adrian were on the other banner. So yeah, 4 for 15, 4 for 16 would have been 1 every 25. 4 for 20 would have been the 20%. So we were pretty good chunk above the rates. Nothing crazy, but definitely in our favor. Okay, let's move over here. I promised you 2,000 summons. I will do 2,000 summons. We are 260 summons away, and probably we'll just do 2 more legendaries, and let's see. Can we get an Adrian dupe? Can we get some dupes for my Ireless? Let's get after it. Yeah, Ireless A3 is a very good awakening, particularly for PvP. We won't mind that. And yeah, cool. We'll come out of this still with like about 150,000 diamonds heading into the new year. So my savings won't have taken that big a hit, believe it or not. I do want to hold out because I feel like we're just due for an OP limited. I also think they're probably going to rerun Lady Mina now that her buff is confirmed, and her buff looks really fun. So potentially I'll want to pull for A3 Lady Mina when they rerun her, assuming they do. And then I would think, historically, the Valentine's Day fusions are pretty game-changing. When Lust came out, remember, she was really awesome. She's just been power crept now. And then last Valentine's Day was Diao Chan. So I kind of want to make sure I have a really nice supply of summoning materials when Valentine's Day comes around. Do a little check. We did hit Adrian already, guys, so the progressive is fulfilled. So it's just a normal 20x. We have about a 37 to 38% chance each legendary that it's going to be Ireless or Adrian. If we could hit either one before the end of the stream, before the end of the video, that would be huge. What they should really do, honestly, if they want to make money, the game never brought in more new players outside of the official launch than the first Valentine's Day back in 2024 when they ran that big Lust campaign. What they should do is do a big rework on Lust and then rerun her the week before Valentine's Day. And then like the week after, run a new unit. Not the most player friendly, but if they want to like build hype and make money and bring people to the game, I think that's what they should do. All right, we're almost there, 50 away, 40 or 50 away. Now 30 or 40 away. Looks like we're gonna get another full pity, but we can't complain. Today ended up going amazing. I saved all my soul stones. I'll just give you guys a little peek at what I'm probably gonna do. I'm probably gonna put 2 soul stones into my Moradin. That'll make him A3. And then I'll probably save the other 5. Like, there we go, that's pity. I don't really care about having an A3 Honora for my account, at least not right now. I think I'll just save, and then who knows, maybe an amazing limited comes out that you want A5, and then I'll be prepared. We'll take a Beelzebub, baby. Oh my God, a lot of these off-banner units today too. Not that shabby. All right, let's do a little check-in. We are 80 away from 2,000. I promised you 2,000. If we do 80 and we don't hit early, I'll just keep going till the next legendary, all right? Because I think that'd be a pretty boring ending. But wow, Beelzebub, one of my 3-4 favorite units in the entire game. Love it. Love it. Beelzebub, insane crowd control, damage mitigation for cultists, healing for cultists, buffs all summoner units, and then for certain content, like completely the best inspiration, because he's got the biggest range of any inspiration unit in the game. He's completely elite. I think that was A2 for me. If it was A3, then that's gonna be really good for ult cycling, but I think it was A2, which is really good for his base attack. Let's take a peek. We are 30 away from 2,000. All right, that should do it, right? That's 2,000. Exactly 2,000 pulls, guys. We did it. We'll keep going for our last legendary. Should take about 100 more pulls if we go to full pity. And then that will be that. This turned out to be an absolutely phenomenal session. Kind of exactly what we wanted. We did use a huge amount of diamonds. We used all of my summons, but we are coming out of it in a pretty okay place, right? Gonna have like 140,000 diamonds left. We got all the stuff we wanted. I really hope we finish hitting a dupe of Ireless or Adrian. That'd be the little cherry on top. I hope we don't miss a banner unit here, but even if we do, even if it's my boy A12 Cratch, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, one of my best sessions ever for sure. And my biggest session ever, and it chose to be a pretty freaking good one. So, quite happy. All right, we should be hitting any time now. 30 more pulls. We did have to go to 2 full pities at the end, I want to say. So that brought us up to 7 full pities on the day. There we go. There we go. Show me Ireless or Adrian. One of the two. I really don't care. Come on, baby, please. A5 Numera. Okay, our second Numera of the day. We pulled more Numera than we pulled Ireless and Adrian. It is what it is, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have been Fastidious. In the end, we pulled 2,090 summons, and it went very, very well. On the Ireless Adrian banner, we got Adrian, we got Celine, we got, oh my god, Numera and Beelzebub. And then on the Kigiri banner, we got 4 Kigiris, and then Lucius, Magnus, Ryzen, Valeria, a brand new Fenris, another Numera from that banner, Razak, Tallulah, Narissa, Callista, and Draylon. So really good day in the office. Let's actually count how many it was total that we picked up. Yeah, look at that, 19 legendaries, not too bad, and just over 2,000 summons, 2,090 summons. Thank you guys so much. I've been Fastidious. Share with your mother, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.